Well, good evening, fastball fans, and welcome to Softball City. You get a great look at this beautiful facility here in Surrey, British Columbia, the host of the 2024 ISC World Tournament. It's the 78th annual ISC World Tournament. I'm Blair Setford, joined by Joe Todd for this 6 o'clock scheduled game. We're here at 6:20. Toronto Batmen and Omma Tigres. Toronto out on the field. Joe Todd, last night, Ty Sebastian, a perfect game with 20 strikeouts. This guy is on fire.
That's 20 out of 21 batters. And then came away with a home run.
Had a home run to boot. He's going to bat leadoff for Toronto just to keep himself busy. He is on fire. For the Omma Tigres, we saw them on Saturday. They were getting offense up and down the lineup. They punched out 10 big runs against the Prince George River Kings in our opening game. There you see the defense for the Toronto Batmen. Corey Way, Mason McKay, Denny Benson, Johnny Baker, Zach Berg, Owen Torrey, Ike Whetstone, Ty Sebastian. We know all about him. We'll find out more. Derek Hyde behind the plate. For the Omma Tigres, Carlos Menchaca, David Diaz, Keito Mazaki, Kazuya Toriyama, Jesus Cardona, Junior Flores, Gian Cialocomo, Ernesto Sanchez, and Miguel Leiva. Rio Koyama will be on the board for the Tigres, but right now, top of the first, Ty Sebastian, ball one, misses off the corner of the plate. This is a bit of a step up for the Batmen tonight to face the Omma Tigres.
Big challenge for them.
Chasing way upstairs. That's the pitch from Ty Sebastian. Starts high, ends higher.
Has a great rise ball.
If the Tigres can lay off that big rise ball and make Ty come into the zone, they can have some success. If they're going to chase, it's going to be a long night for the Tigres. 2-3-4, Hopper out to short, booted literally by Zach Berg. Looked like he blew a tire, Joe, coming to get it right at the last second. Watch it here on the replay. He just loses right there, just clanks off the glove, but it didn't look like he had his feet set either.
Charged at the ball, but then lost his footing.
So Menchaca aboard on an E6. There will be no El Perfecto tonight. Squares to bunt. Sebastian picks it up, throws a seed at second, and can't handle that either. Owen Torrey, he lost his balance, and it was in and out of the glove.
No, that was Zach Berg.
Oh, was that Berg again?
Yeah.
Two straight errors by Berg, and the Tigres have got a couple runners aboard. Wasn't the easiest throw to handle, but it hit him in the glove.
What? On the replay, picks the ball up, fires it to the opposite side, but should have been handled.
So this meeting to confer about signals, that's why the umpire goes along with them to make sure that's what they're talking about. It's not a strategy discussion. That is a permitted visit by the catcher. So Keito Mazaki, then Kazuya Toriyama is on deck, but the Tigres in business right here, in a pair of errors early by the Toronto Batmen. Inside corner for a strike.
Omma Tigres defeated the Prince George River Kings on Saturday by a score of 10-3 to advance to this game.
That pitch misses inside. Mazaki, Joe, we last saw him. He got one up into the jet stream for a 3-run home run. We thought that was almost a routine fly ball, and it just carried and ultimately got out of the park. Berg handles this one better, steps on a bag, flip to one, call it two. and a little bit of redemption for Zach Berg, who was determined to handle that one himself.
Yes, he wanted to correct his own mistakes.
Watch Zach Berg come across. He handles it cleanly. Could have flipped to Torrey, but no, wanted to do it himself, and the 6 double play. Toriyama chases upstairs, and Sebastian now just needs an out here to escape unscathed. If he can get out of this inning, it'll be a moral victory, if nothing else, for the Toronto Batmen here in the top of the first inning. Kazuya Toriyama smashed a big home run on Saturday afternoon, Joe, in that game. We were impressed with the strength that he showed coming out of that squat-like stance.
Yes, he's got really strong upper body and a lot of drive off those legs. Two for 4 in that game, 3 RBIs.
Almost points the bat at the pitcher and then uncoils as he comes through from his stance. He's one of the leading hitters in the Japan League. A couple of years ago, he was the leading hitter for the season. On the Japan national team, he's one of 6 Japanese national players here. 4 of them on the Tigres. Yusuke Morita on Glowworm, and we'll see them tomorrow night taking on Bear Creek Express. Bear Creek just big 5-0 winners here a few minutes ago. Glowworm this morning, 2-1 winners in 9 innings over the Circle Tap Dukes. This one is laced foul, further foul, and still further foul. It was about 100 feet in the air. I was just waiting for it to come down.
Sounded like that ketchup commercial.
Anticipation. So Ty gets his choice at 3, finds one that he likes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Carlos Menchaca, leadoff batter, is over at third base. It's been an inning of highs and lows for Zach Berg. Ty Sebastian nods in agreement. High, hard one, Joe.
Yeah, upstairs.
And Berg can't get to this one. Omma Tigre will break out front. Joe, he came with the drop ball. And Toriyama waiting on it and right back up the middle.
Toriyama got all that ball, drove it hard too. Zach Berg maybe had a chance on that ball, but he was playing way to the right side of the infield.
So the shortstop, Jesus Cardona. Scored a run on reaching on an error, but looking like he was 0 for 3 on Saturday afternoon. He played some good defense at short for the Tigre. Takes a strike. So an unearned run for Omma and counting here in the top of the first inning. And comes slingshot, does Sebastian, and he'll do that, Joe, from time to time, usually with the rise ball. Rather than going full windmill, he'll take the arm up to the top and then just bring it back down.
I love that, too, changing your pitch release point.
Certainly the motion would look different. And comes with the big rise ball, and that's fouled straight back to the screen. And he jams Jesus Cardona to pick up the strikeout for the final out of the inning. But the Tigres do take advantage of a couple of errors. They score one in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom half with the Toronto Batmen set to come to the plate. Well hit, deep right field. It's curving. This one, well hit to deep right field this time, and that one is gone. Trying to put it away is Jack Bettsgrove. The New York Gremlins are world champions.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Start spreading the news, Joe Todd. It's New York, New York. Koyama finishes the last of his warm-up pitches. The Tigres will throw the ball around the Toronto Batmen. There's the order they'll send. Ty Sebastian, Andy Skelton, Corey Wade, Denny Benson, Ike Whetstone, Derek Hyde, Owen Torrey, Zach Berg, Mason McKay in center field. Johnny Baker playing third, 10 spot in the order, the flex player tonight for Toronto. Defensively for the Tigres, you see it there. David Diaz, Miguel Leiva, Keito Mazaki, and then around the horn, Junior Flores, Jesus Cardona, Carlos Menchaca, Kazuya Toriyama, Rio Koriyama, and Ernesto Sanchez, the battery. Ty Sebastian at the plate, inside to Ty, who's got the golden arm tonight, Joe, literally and almost figuratively. At least last night it was the golden arm. Today,
and they better hope it's golden tonight.
Yeah, a little bit different. Different start. Little two-hopper down to Toriyama at first, and he'll make short work of Ty Sebastian.
Just off the end of the bat there for Ty.
Andy Skelton in the lineup for the Toronto Batmen. Haven't seen Andy really all season, Joe.
Andy was in Tavistock.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Well, you've seen him. I haven't. Andy carving out a very successful career with the Skelton Trucking Group, now part of the Andlauer Empire. And Andy, as I understand it, is pretty much the right-hand man.
An operations manager of the Toronto branch.
I think he's effectively running the whole country for Skelton Trucking, as I understand. There's Jeff Ellsworth, the head coach of the Hill United Chiefs. Some of their guys are still here watching some of the future potential opponents. They played at 11 a.m. this morning, 6-1 winners over the Pueblo Bandits. Had a notion to go after it. A bearded Andy Skelton. I have not seen the beard either.
No.
That's a new look, at least for me, for Andy.
Nice changeup.
Yeah, and that is well in the arsenal of Rio Koyama. He's got a real nice mix and match of pitches. He's got a good rise ball, real nice drop, but it's the change of speed that sets him apart. Swing and a miss there by Andy Skelton, and you saw all of the arsenal there from Rio Koyama. The real nice rise ball, the drop, change up to Andy Skelton. Look where this pitch is located. Up and in. Can't do much with that.
Good pitch location.
He was one of the first-team All-American pitchers last week at the U.S. National. We know that he won the 2016 WBSC at the time junior men's U19 event. Pitched in the gold medal game for Japan in that 10-inning loss to Omma and Argentina. He's won the top pitcher award in the Japan League, and now giving it a go here in North America. Six of the Japan League players over here, and got some insight on that as he strikes out Corey Way quickly to end the bottom of the first. We'll pick up that story as we'll go to the top of the second inning. Omma Tigres with a quick 1-0 lead over the Toronto Batmen. Just getting started here in the 6 p.m. game. Toronto and Omma Tigres from Mexico.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage Technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business. How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough.
So here we go, the top of the second inning, and for the Omma Tigre, Junior Flores, Gian Cialacomo, and Ernesto Sanchez. 6, 7, 8 for the Tigres. Sent 5 guys to the plate. Couple errors. Carlos Menchaca come around to score on an RBI single by Kazuya Toriyama. So, Joe, the insight that I got came from Donnie Hale, actually, of all people, who has played in Japan for nearly 20 seasons. So he knows this group as well as anybody. And the national team is now encouraging their guys to come over here to play when they get the opportunity, because they want them to get the exposure to the top-level ball. They know each other like the back of their hands in their Japan League, but what they're finding is that they're not getting enough exposure to the Canadian guys, to the South American guys, to the U.S. players. You're going to get that here, of course, in the ISC.
That off-season preparation.
Johnny Baker over at third handles that one off the bat of Junior Flores. Little soft ground ball to Baker to break him in the top of the second inning. So 1 down. But this is how Argentina got better. It's how Czechia got better. Their players came over here to the ISC season in North America and played on the summer circuit here. And look at the difference that it's made for all of them. And you go back 30, 40 years for New Zealand. Lifted out to right, backpedaling out there is Denny Benson, rather. So very quickly, 2 down for Omma Tigre in the second. So 6 Japan players here this year. Now next year is an oddball year with the World Cup in the middle of the North American season. But I would expect going forward you'll see more Japanese players here on the tournament circuit. The international part of our game continues to get bigger and better.
Great to see it. And those type of investments that you make in your program will pay dividends down the road.
Ernesto Sanchez, catcher for the Tigres at the plate. Spent a season with the Hallman Twins in 21. That misses off the plate. And it was a strange season in 21, Joe. You remember, we couldn't play in much of Canada, certainly not in Ontario, through most of the season until September of that year. But there were games across most of the U.S., so a lot of the players forget about this one. Holy smokes, is that one hit a long way. Clatters into the grandstand out in center field. Ernesto Sanchez smokes that one.
A lot of bat speed off that bat of Ernesto Sanchez, driving that ball over that fence in center field.
A line shot into center. See it here on the replay. A rise ball that really just flattened out into the zone, and Sanchez does to that what should be done to a flat rise ball down the middle. So 2-0 for the Tigres. Miguel Leiva. And he fouls this one off into the screen. And Joe, sometimes it's hard to be perfect because you can't get any better. You can't improve. You've got nowhere to go but down. Skips this one in to Derek Hyde. There's the rise ball from Ty Sebastian. Swinging underneath is Miguel Leiva.
A lot better pitch there.
Owen Torrey has been playing in front of the baseline and still is. I thought maybe he might retreat back with 1 ball, 2 strikes, but he's well in front of the baseline.
Yes, I would pull that too.
Well, he's got that slap swing, does Leiva, even with 2 strikes, but can't catch up to the rise ball there. But Ernesto Sanchez did and hit one into the bleachers. They double the lead. Omma Tigre now 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Toronto Batmen still looking to get on the board.
He came from Australia with a superstar pedigree. And from his first ISC in 2003, you knew he was going to be something special. 6 times All-World, a 3-time ISC champion, and now the first Aussie inducted into the ISC Hall of Fame. From counting materials and the farm in Wisconsin, to Kitchener, to finding a home in the New York Gremlins colours. Congratulations, Jeff Goolagong, from all of us.
The annual Boys of Summer tournament is held every July at the Circle Tap Bar and Grill in Denmark, Wisconsin. We host some of the top teams in the game at one of the best venues in softball. The atmosphere of old-time fast pitch with all of the amenities of a full-service bar and grill in the grounds can't be beat. Reduced-rate hotels about 10 minutes from the park are available in Green Bay. To bring your team to the annual Boys of Summer tournament next July, contact Dean Kane at deankane16@gmail.
Well, Denny Benson steps in, gets his first look at Rio Koyama, and starts him off with something off speed. And if you know anything about Denny Benson, you know that he likes the ball up and he likes the pace. Keep changing speeds, and you might have some success against Denny.
Yeah, you're going to have to mix it up a lot against Denny, because if you throw that same pitch twice, he'll deposit that on the other side of that fence too. A lot of power for not huge, but he's thick.
Great changeup there from Rio Koyama. 2 of the 3 pitches, Joe, off speed, and he sets down Denny Benson. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Rio Koyama.
Koyama only threw 11 pitches in that first inning.
Isaiah Whetstone at the plate. Ike. And swings at that inside drop ball from Koyama. Boy, he's doing a real good job. He and catcher Ernesto Sanchez are mixing things up on the Toronto Batmen right now. Just misses off the outside corner. Joe, the Blue Crew for this one?
Yes, on home plate, Terry Richter from Sherwood Park, Alberta. At first base is Mike Morrissey from Peterborough, Ontario. At third base is Matthew Leclerc from Donnacona, Quebec.
Three very good umpires. They're all level 5 guys, too.
Yes, they are.
Thought so. Whetstone, high and deep and gone. Isaiah Whetstone gets the Toronto Batmen on the board with a solo home run of his own to straightaway center field. Miguel Leiva gave chase to the fence, but simply ran out of real estate as that one found the back of the bleachers. You see Whetstone go get that one up in the zone, and no doubt.
Whetstone got it solid right on that barrel of the bat.
Derek Hyde now to the plate, and how quickly the momentum changes. The Toronto bench came alive as that one left the yard.
They need that little spark to get them going here. Omma Tigres scoring 2 runs early. Batman finding the reply.
Hyde, catcher for Toronto. Primarily, Joe was, of course, known as a defense-first guy. And I know we've been saying this, but it's true, and that's why we keep saying it. His game continues to improve year after year.
He's a great receiver of the ball and starting to learn how to call the correct pitches at the correct time.
Well, down on strikes there as the broadcaster's curse continues.
That was you.
Sorry, Derek. 4 on the night so far for Koyama. Owen Torrey. Couple years now out of the U23 program. Was a pitcher of renown in the junior ranks too, but he's become a steady infielder for the most part now.
Just needs to find a little more balance with his swing there. Got the white spikes on with the purple and black pants. Kind of shows real good.
There were some good looks, interesting looks with the hot pink batting gloves from David Galino on Bear Creek. You got the high socks with the 3 stripes on them from Owen Torrey here, he's down on strikes. Koyama strikes out the side, but he gives up a big solo shot to Ike Whetstone to get the Batmen on the board. 2-1 through 2 complete. Some big flies in this one.
HRD Bat Co. owners Nick Shales and Trevor Oakes want to bring the best quality bats to baseball players all over the world. Our pro-grade wood combined with our finish process makes them some of the hardest bats with the biggest pop in the game. Customization is our specialty. We offer a variety of handcrafted models and unlimited design. Visit us at hrdbatco.com. Play hard, swing hard.
Does your game need work? Want to get better every game? Every at-bat? You need Lumberjack Sports, focusing on exceptional quality and providing players with reliable, long-lasting product. Lumberjack Sports brings you in-game equipment and off-field workout gear, designed and tested by top fastball player Nick Shales. Hard work, strength, and all-around commitment to getting the job done, and done right, is the motto for Lumberjack Sports. Learn from the best. Play like the best. Check out Lumberjack.
So it's the top of the third, and the Omma Tigres saw their lead slashed in half on that home run. Back to the top of the shop, Carlos Menchaca for the Tigre. Reached on the error, came around to score.
Zach Berg taking a step back now in his fielding position.
Menchaca, Joe, with the hands spread. You don't see a lot of guys with that particular approach.
Just trying to put a slap or a contact with it, Blair? Or?
Well, I think to me he's looking to slash it for sure. Probably go the other way with it. Well, and that was a home run swing there. Maybe that's just what his comfort level is. But you don't often see that approach with the hands spread unless you're looking to slap.
Good pitch on that outside corner of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to Menchaca.
Right on the corner from Ty Sebastian for strike 2. Joe, it's been a busy day here at the ballpark. More games scheduled today than on any other day this week. Invite everybody to follow along on Game Changer. We're posting all the game scores on Twitter. Not quite as they happen, but close. This one is smashed out to center. He broke in the wrong way, did Mason McKay, and had to go back to the screen and pick it up off the fence. But he took 2 steps in before he realized it was by him.
Yeah, he didn't read it very well off the bat.
So a double for Menchaca. He's on base for the second time today. David Diaz similarly reached on the error. Fielder's choice, I guess.
Yes.
For Diaz, the fielder's choice. It was an error on the play. And Sebastian smashes in a drop. That was as hard a pitch as he's thrown all game, that drop ball. And fouled straight back to the screen. 0-2 very quickly on David Diaz.
Time for Ty Sebastian and Derek Hyde to really work hard. Got a base runner out there now. You don't want to let that runner get over to third base. Just too many options to score it from third base.
Well, some real good cuts here by David Diaz. Time for a changeup, maybe.
I'll come back with a drop.
But you go back to the way he threw that first pitch, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there it was. The inside drop this time. Hard inside drop for a strike 3 called. Good sequence there from Hyde and Sebastian. Watch the replay. Inside.
Good movement there. Froze Diaz.
Keito Mizaki up in the air. McKay was playing shallow. Makes the catch. And Joe, the wind has blustered around here all day. Now looks like it's blowing out again.
It changes directions about 3 or 4 times today.
Kazuya Toriyama, RBI single in the first. Inside, and he's not thrilled about that one. And Ty will come in and shake hands, but Toriyama is unhappy. That hit him on the left wrist. And there are a lot of little tiny bones in the wrist that can get broken. Back of the hand on the wrist. Let's see where this gets him. Right there. On the left wrist he went to. Yeah, he's flexing that left hand as he gets down to the bag. He just gave a fist bump to the coach, so Mike Morrissey is, I don't know how that conversation is going. I don't know that Mike Morrissey speaks any Japanese. Yeah, Peter Labardius is pointing to right in the back of the left wrist. So 2 down and runners at first and second. Jesus Cardona down on strikes to end the first. And this one is lifted up way foul. I want to make sure that one doesn't come rolling back at us somehow. We had a couple that showed up by surprise with some velocity on them here in the previous game. Peter seems to be a magnet for that kind of stuff. Skips to the screen past Hyde, wild pitch. Will give everybody 60 feet of real estate and put now 2 runners in scoring position. Joe certainly, you know, again, you can't, it's hard to beat perfection, but Ty Sebastian struggling here. Johnny Baker coming in from third base with some words of encouragement. And
just got to work.
I was just going to say, you just got to slow it down a little, work at your own pace, find your comfort zone. Off the outside corner for Ty, that's the rise ball. So if you can get the rise ball working and get them to chase, develop a pitch at a time here right now. Two balls, 1 strike. And the drop ball can't find the zone off the outside corner.
Just missed.
Up and in to Cardona, and he does well to foul that back to the screen. That's a good pitch, actually, from Ty. I like that pitch a lot better than that drop off the plate.
A lot better. Just got to have to work that much harder now with those runners over there, both of them in scoring position.
Full count. And McKay wants to go have a chat. You want to get this pitch right.
Yeah.
You don't want to guess. So that'll be his charged defensive conference. Get one of those per inning. Sebastian with the lean. And this one is drilled right back up the box to center. Here comes one. The throw is up the line. They could maybe have sent him, Joe, but Toriyama is not going to set any land speed records.
I think a good play there by the coaching staff.
Yeah, at the end of the day, even though the throw was up the line, I'm not even sure he scores then. So 3-1 for the Tigres, but a couple of hard-hit balls, and that's going to draw a visit from, is that Kevin Zare coming out?
I think that's his dad.
That's Paul Sebastian. It is Paul. Yeah, so it's Paul Sebastian, Ty's dad, who's a member of the coaching staff, and that's going to be it for Ty Sebastian. A picket fence by the Tigres right now. Single runs in the first, second, and third, and counting. Ty Sebastian goes only 2 2/3. 3 runs, 4 hits, and he still has a runner or a couple of runners out there to his name. We'll take a break, and it's Tyler Randerson coming on for the Batmen. We'll be back.
Sometimes people worry about asking for help because there can be a stigma around mental health problems.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
They might believe that asking for help means admitting that something's wrong.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Some people worry about how others might see them.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Asking for help means that you want to make changes and take the first steps towards better mental health.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
We should celebrate the courage it takes to speak up and make changes.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Getting help is part of recovery.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Mental health isn't something you need to keep to yourself. Talk to a friend. Trust your teammates. You're not alone.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
The first steps may be the toughest, but knowing where to look for help is a good start. Community mental health organizations like the Canadian Mental Health Association or Mental Health America offer resources and programs that can help you. Visit cmha.ca or mentalhealthamerica.net to find a branch in your community.
And remember,
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
So Tyler Randerson finishes his warm-up tosses, and Junior Flores will be the first to see. I was going to say the young Canadian, but does he really qualify as young anymore?
No, not anymore.
He's not middle-aged. He's in his mid-20s now. Tyler Randerson, late 20s almost. First pitch swinging out to Zach Berg. Turns, throws, and one pitch. The Batmen get out of the inning, but the Tigres add on another on an RBI single by Jesus Cardona. They'll take a 3-1 lead into the bottom of the third inning. Tigres, the Bats look good.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Joe, it was a teenage dance party in here in between the innings.
I'm glad I wasn't witness to that.
Rio Koyama back out on the board for the Omma Tigres. That was a long inning for him to be on the bench. Didn't seem to be worse the wear, though. He pumped in a strike to the Toronto shortstop. 8-9-1 for the Batmen in the batting order, and very quickly Rio Koyama ahead 0-2 on Zach Berg. Koyama already 5 strikeouts on the afternoon. I guess we're almost in the evening now, aren't we? This qualifies as evening.
Doing a great job with his pitches. Very economical with his pitches, cutting them down, but throwing good strikes.
Well, that is 3 in a row, and that is strikeout number 6 for the young man from Japan. Well, I guess if we can't call Ty Randerson young, we can't call Rio Koyama young. They were both
in the same tournament.
2016 Junior Men's World Championship back in Midland, Michigan. That's 9, well, it will be next year.
8 years.
9 years, 8 years this year,
yeah. Seems like forever. Curry Stadium.
The late lamented Curry Stadium in Midland, Michigan. No longer there. Talked about that last night with Peter. We got a visitor from White Rock just cruising by as a seagull just flaps its way over the stadium here. Mason McKay at the plate, center fielder for the Batmen.
Another one of those good speedsters. Got good wheels going down that line.
Yeah, at the bottom of the order, they've got some guys who can run. They got to find somebody other than Ike Whetstone right now to make some contact, Joe. Sebastian with the ground out to Toriyama. Whetstone with the home run. Everybody else is struck out.
Yeah.
And I mean, this guy, he throws hard, obviously, but he's not throwing blazing guns out here or anything like that. But this is the advantage of being able to mix and match your spots and make pitches and change speeds. And you rack up strikeouts that way, apparently.
Throwing very smart tonight. Mixing his speeds, hitting different locations. It's gone once through the order now for the Batman. We'll see if the Batman can pick up on that second time through.
Well, Ty Sebastian went from the pitching circle to second base defensively. Torrey went over to third.
It's a picture of Rob Schweier, one of our ISC Hall of Fame inductees. This on the camera now.
Well, there he is talking to Adam Folkert. That is just down in front of us. And a little bleeder again off the bat of Sebastian. Another 1-2-3 inning for Rio Koyama, and the Omma Tigres picks up another couple of strikeouts, 7 on the night. He's got it well in hand, it seems, Joe, other than Ike Whetstone right now. Rio Koyama looking impressive, as are the Omma Tigres.
HRD Bat Co. owners Nick Shales and Trevor Oakes want to bring the best quality bats to baseball players all over the world. Our pro-grade wood combined with our finish process makes them some of the hardest bats with the biggest pop in the game. Customization is our specialty. We offer a variety of handcrafted models and unlimited design. Visit us at hrdbatco.com. Play hard, swing hard.
Well, Joe, the video board here out in left field is a big hit with the fans as they get to see the replays, and it's run through the same feed that you're seeing at home. Luciano Lafrano and Softball Premier TV, our streaming partner, because he doesn't have enough to do. We added the video board to his duties. Created some great graphics. And in between innings, there was a conversation going on down in the bleachers with Adam Folkert and Robbie Schweier. They got caught on camera up on the board. Robbie gave a wave out to the camera, and then we had Justin Schofield, who was equally surprised. So Giancarlo Como, the designated player tonight for Omma Tigres. This guy can fly. Sebastian creeping in a little bit at second base, but then steps back. You'll be hard-pressed to get Ciala Como if it bounces twice. Now Ty's coming in again. But when you can paint the corner like that, like Tyler Randerson just did, you don't have to worry about slap bunt attempts. Down on strikes, looking, goes Ciala Como. And that'll take us to Ernesto Sanchez, last seen depositing a ball in the back row of the bleachers.
Got to be a lot more careful this time through.
High hopper, fair, and nicely done. down there by Isaiah Whetstone, Joe, to come get that ball before it went foul and to get the out.
Good, solid ball player. Uses his head, very quick hands. A good, real good ball player.
Well, that is I heard you and Peter use this phrase, high baseball or high fastball IQ.
Yeah.
To come get that ball because it was going to make a right turn and go foul, and he got that. That out is entirely due to the intelligence there of Ike. To the outside corner for a strike.
That pitch is really good right now. If he can leave it out there, that's going to be a good tease pitch.
This one is slashed into the screen by Leyva, the 9 batter. And Joe, is it fair to say that from what we've seen from Tyler Randerson this year, that he's really resurrected his career?
He's pitched a lot better. Maybe as he gets a little bit older and a little bit more mature, he's worked on the mental side of the game a little bit more.
And this one gets Leyva on the elbow, tried to come up and in, and Leyva, almost a bit of a delayed reaction. He's like, ow, that really hurt. It hit me. So he'll make his way down to first base. Yeah, it almost, yeah.
Out the end of the elbow, maybe.
Yeah, he takes off that little arm guard that he had there. But Tyler Anderson didn't do a lot of pitching coming out of the pandemic. It was almost like he took a couple of years off. He was doing fireman training for his career, and fair that he was doing that. And you know, you got to make a living. Ball is secondary.
Yes.
But it did take him away from the ball field, and his performances, and he'll be the first to admit it, his performances weren't up to where he would like to have been. But he's really thrown the ball well this year, I thought.
Done a lot better job this year. Yes, exactly what you're talking about. Threw very well in the Tavistock Cephas Road tournament.
So took quick outs, but now he's got to contend with Carlos Menchaca. He's been on board twice. Reached on the error, scored, doubled, scored. Fair to say that it's key to keep this guy off the base. On the move, throw down, and a good job there by Zach Berg. You had one guy sliding in head first one way, Zach Berg diving the other way to go catch that tailing throw from Derek Hyde. Watch this at the back. It's a good thing they didn't collide head to head.
Leyva took that inside track, and Berg took the outside track. Thank God.
Fortunately, you see the throw was tailing, and that could have been a lot worse.
Catcher Mike Morrissey was even bailing on it. Or sorry, umpire Mike Morrissey.
Yeah.
Not
no
catcher.
part of that truck collision up there. So runner in scoring position now for Menchaca. And Randerson really does need to shut the door here. A couple of runs against Koyama, not out of the realm of possibility. You don't want to be chasing 3 or 4. And he went around, says home plate umpire Terry Richter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Menchaca. Randerson primarily a rise ball pitcher, will work in the drop, will work in the change. But the rise ball, the low rise, high rise are his primary tools. And that one is smoked out to left. Getting the wave is Leyva. Here's the throw. And close at the plate, but slides in safely. A real strong throw from Corey Way. Menchaca alertly up to second on the play.
Good base running by Menchaca to advance. Down, now into scoring position.
So the hit by pitch, the 2 out hit by pitch comes around to score. The stolen base aids in that. The Tigre put up another solo run. They've scored in the first, the second, the third, now the fourth, and they lead 4-1. And this team, Joe, 2 runs at the top of the order, 2 runs at the bottom of the order. Some good balance with this offense. They were finalists a week ago at the U.S. Nationals, losing to the Gremlins in the final. Just ran out of steam in the final. But they had a great game in the third place game and then took out the Hill United Chiefs to make the final, that one going extras.
That was a real good ball game. I watched that one.
You see Sebastian over in front of the bag. He's right in front of the runner. Almost like he's trying to block the view of the plate.
He is.
He's trying to get the sign, but he's doing also.
Yeah.
He's blocking Menchaca also from seeing the signs. This one goes to the screen off the glove of Hyde. Ball 4 to David Diaz. But some interesting gamesmanship there by Sebastian to go over and block the view of Menchaca.
And he was also relaying what pitch was being thrown to Zach Berg, the shortstop.
Does that not take away from your defense, all that jockeying around?
I would think so.
You're not
mentally
when you get
prepared.
back to your position. It's a lot of running around. Keito Mizaki takes a strike from Tyler Randerson. Mizaki, ground out, fly out. Omma Tigre threatening to score again here in the fourth. Already pushed one across. And that's going to bring in another as Mizaki right back up the middle. This guy is a professional hitter, Joe. He just hits the ball where they're not.
Extremely good. Just keeps an eye where the ball is being released from that pitcher's hip. Keeps that bat level and drives that ball.
I mean, he can hit ground balls. He got one up in the jet stream the other day. But this guy is the big power hitter for the Omma Tigre, Kazuya Toriyama. We'll see if that back of the left hand is giving him any difficulty. Well, no difficulty on that swing as he slashes it foul. That certainly didn't bother him whatsoever. Apparently they must have iced that one down in the dugout.
Been on base twice. Had a single back in the first inning on by hit by pitch in the third inning.
Just upstairs from Tyler Randerson. It is a unique batting stance. You would not teach that one to anybody. Very similar to Bradley Ezekiel. You wouldn't teach Bradley's stance to anybody. He literally is pointing the tip of the bat at Tyler Anderson right now. And then he recoils and hits the ball hard, I'll tell you that.
Got good, quick hands. Good follow through with that bat.
It's a lot of movement, though, right? I mean, you're literally uncoiling and then having to come through. I guess if you're comfortable with it, you go ahead and do it. But Joe, we pointed this out the other day, that the Japanese script on the right chest side of the Omma Tigres vests, a tribute to their 4 Japan players.
Very nice.
Upstairs again from Randerson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 runs already in for the Tigre here in the top of the 4th inning. They've got a 5-1 lead over Toronto. Toriyama knows enough English to say, no, that was not a strike. A lot of guys like to call their own balls and strikes. Jerome Remeke, Zen and Winters are in that camp for the Gremlins. Nope. Nope. And this one laced and caught by Berg. He saved a run at least there. Steals one from Kazuya Toriyama. Omma Tigres scored 2, but Toronto should feel fortunate that's all. They trail by 4. The Tigres look very good, Joe Todd, right now.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
For the best Bear Tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with 2 of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly, wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
That can't be Blaine Milheim showing off for the camera, can it?
Oh, no.
No, Blaine Milheim would never do that.
No. Never met a camera he didn't like.
No, and listen, it's all in good fun. Blaine will be the first guy to poke fun at himself, so we're not teasing him too badly. Andy Skelton, Corey Way, Denny Benson, 3 guys looking to get a bat on the ball here against Ryo Koyama, who, Joe, it must be said, he's not going to blow the ball by you, but he just mixes speeds, hits spots, and racks up strikeouts.
Very cerebral pitcher. Just hits his spots, hits the locations, mixes great speeds. Sanchez has called a great game. Sanchez also does a good job of framing.
Well, Andy Skelton nodded in agreement on the call, so couldn't have been too bad.
Yeah.
And waves at that one way out in front. Andy Skelton down on strikes, and Ryo Koyama is just befuddling this Toronto lineup right now.
8 strikeouts so far.
Corey Way to the plate. Swing and a miss by Way.
That was a beautiful drop ball. Just fell off the table.
Way's really got good bat speed coming through the zone. It's a quick swing. He accelerates the bat so quickly.
Yeah, he rolls the wrist over extremely well.
Off the plate, ball 1, 1-2. Can't get Corey Way to chase out there. And once again, just off the plate, just enough to look enticing, but he can't get Corey Way to go.
All even with the count at 2s.
Tried to come inside. Corey Way able to fight that one off. Didn't take as much speed off of it, though. I know Peter Labardius is over here guessing inside change and got the location right, just not the velocity. And just off the end of the bat, squibs it foul.
I love that camera shot right there. Gives you good perspective.
That is not dissimilar to our angle. We are just a little to the left. That's a good shot, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Corey Way, trying to stay alive, trying to get a base runner aboard for Toronto. And chases upstairs, strike 3, Corey Way down on strikes. Ryo Koyama, 2 more this inning. Onodero Shota in the bullpen warming up for the Omma Tigres. Certainly no urgency down there for Shota. He's almost doing as much spectating as he is. I'm not sure who's doing the protection for him.
That's
they're
what
supposed
I'm
to have
questioning.
they're supposed to
Spotter.
have a guy down there as a spotter. Maybe Mike Morrissey, the umpire's doing double duty. Benson out in front and strikes out the side. Ryo Koyama just continues this streak here against Toronto tonight. Joe, they cannot figure this guy out. 10 on the night. Ryo Koyama has got it going.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca and let us get it for you.
Jesus Cardona had a hard RBI single, and that chased Ty Sebastian from the game in the 3rd. Back up here now in the top of the 5th. It's the Tigres enjoying a 5-1 lead. And the way that Ryo Koyama is pitching, Joe Todd, they've got this one right now under control.
Only 2 people have really touched the ball. Ty Sebastian and Ike Whetstone. Ike Whetstone has.
Yeah. Ty Sebastian has 2 groundouts. Whetstone had the home run, the only mistake that Koyama has made all night. Koyama putting on a clinic here on how to effectively pitch. Location, speed differential.
Second time through the order now for the Batman, and you got to go back to the bench and watch what he's throwing. Try and pick something up. See if you can pitch up the structure or which way he's coming with pitches, and is he coming into any patterns?
Foul ball just over the orange bag. Terry Richter immediately up with the arms and yelling foul ball. Jesus Cardona will come back to the plate. Joe, going on 3 other games. Pueblo Bandits, Oswegan Redmond tied at 3 right now. Lumberjacks are up 5-0 as this one is flared out of play. Foul on the left side. Lumberjacks up 5-0 on the Emory Electric Chargers. And Circle Tap had to come back and play this afternoon, dropping into the losers bracket. They're up 2-0 on the Prince George River Kings. You can follow all of the games on Game Changer. And we'll be posting scores on ISC Twitter as well. Top of the 8th between the Pueblo Bandits and Oswegan Redmond. Not sure what diamond that's on, but one of them, diamond 2, I think it is, has had a couple of extra inning games today. Diamond 2. Or is that 4 over there? I think that's 4.
4.
Just misses downstairs to Cardona. Randerson would have loved that one. The ball comes hustling in from the other diamond. And that's chop foul at the plate again. It's up on the roof of the scorer's hut, but I've seen the condition of a couple of those. Oh, well, you're that size. Little youngsters up there are going to go get it. Good for him. One of those big guys from JB was looking at it. And like, don't know about that. Way up in the air, out to left field. Corey Way will settle under it for the out. A long at bat by Jesus Cardona ends in a fly out. Joe, coming up next, Eagle Black Knights and JB. Josh Pettit, the hard-throwing righty from New Zealand, and Maker Pimentel, another hard-throwing righty, this one from Venezuela. Looking forward to bringing you the nightcap here on the ISC network.
That'll be a good tilt.
We've had some real good games here on the network today. Started with that one between Grand Prairie Pride. There we go again. Grand Prairie Pirates, showing my age. They were the Grand Prairie Pride for many a year. You will remember that.
I'm not as old as you, but
I guess not. You're walking home. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Pirates coming back from down 4-1 and rallying to win that one 6-5 over the AWP Lumberjacks. That was a real exciting game. Bear Creek 5-0 winners in a full session over the Ostrander Norsemen. Sean Cleary dominant in that one. One hit.
Pitched extremely well today.
Schofield came on for the final 2 innings. Foul ball just at the bag. Owen Torrey just reached across the line to make contact with that one. You see it there, and there it's foul. Flores Pair of groundouts to the left side, one to third, one to short. Just off the outside corner from Randerson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down in the inning. Tigres have scored in every inning. And it seems like, Joe, right now, every at-bat is a battle for the Tigres. Like, they're not giving up a single centimeter of ground here.
Very tough at the plate. Ty Randerson's right around that plate tonight, doing a really good job coming in on the relief aspect of it. Giving up 2 hits so far. Just has the 1 strikeout. Caught Silacomo looking at a 3rd strike.
There are so many foul offs and long at bats and deep counts, and there's a good changeup from Randerson, and he gets Flores to wave at that one. That's a really good pitch from Ty Randerson. He's got it in the arsenal. I don't think he uses it enough, to be honest. I'm not sure he's got 100% confidence in it, but if he's going to throw it like that, he should.
Good call by Derek Hyde.
Bunt attempt by Sialacomo. Like I said, he can fly. If he drops one down, he's a tough out. He was really good for Argentina in that World Series run in 2019. He's been up here at the ISC a couple of times. He got really sick the one year, and was the year he was with the Kitchener-Holman Twins, and didn't get to play much. But when he can get the ball down and slap the ball, he can be a real tough out.
We have a lot of speedsters here this week.
He didn't get the memo, though, about the red helmet. Everybody else, I think, has got red helmets. Thought about it. I don't think a changeup is a very easy pitch to slap.
No. Got to be very tough. All you're going to do is put that bat out there and hope the ball hits it.
Yeah, because you're really trying to time things. Swings through that one. John Sialacomo down on strikes. Ty Randerson picks up his 3rd strikeout of his relief appearance. A scoreless 1-2-3 inning, and one that was much needed if you're a Toronto fan. Go to the bottom half of the 5th. 5-1 for the Tigres.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Medios. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
He came from Australia with a superstar pedigree. And from his first ISC in 2003, you knew he was going to be something special. 6 times All-World, a 3-time ISC champion, and now the first Aussie inducted into the ISC Hall of Fame. From counting materials and the farm in Wisconsin, to Kitchener, to finding a home in the New York Gremlins colors, Congratulations, Jeff Goolagong, from all of us.
Rio Koyama is impressing everybody, Joe, from sea to shining sea. I just got a note from Randy Frame back in Halifax, where it's probably tomorrow already at this point. Very impressed with the game from Rio Koyama. So is everybody else up here, too. The only guy who's really figured him out is the guy at the plate, Ike Whetstone, a boomer of a home run in the second inning. But Koyama, 10 strikeouts, Joe, through 4 innings.
And has just thrown 54 pitches in the 4 innings of work.
Well, we can get guys to chase at that kind of pitch where they're almost bending over to go after that drop ball. That's how well his ball is moving, too. And again, it's not overpowering.
That pitch has to be very deceptive all night.
Well, Ike smashes this one, but a diving catch. He was robbed over there at short by Jesus Cardona. What a play.
That was a rocket.
You see him there turn and dive to his right. Great camera work by Carol Doreste to catch that. Look at this. Smashed. Dive on the backhand. Outstanding. Punched out to center. Derek Hyde, fly ball out.
It's our first ball to the outfield since the second inning.
And nobody could get that one because it landed in the bleachers. Owen Torrey called strike on the outside corner. I mean, just you had 54 pitches. I think he's only thrown 3 since and has picked up a couple of outs. So been very effective, very efficient here tonight. Yeah, just the 59 pitches so far. It's not a throughway, guys. Two balls, 2 strikes to Owen Torrey. And fouls this one off. And Joe, second time through, there are some better swings here from the Batmen, which is encouraging for the Toronto team.
You got to find a way. Put that ball in play, get a bat on the ball.
Torrey, time at the plate, is maybe trying to break up the rhythm of Rio Koyama a little bit here. I'm sure he has seen this once or twice in the Japan League. To Hopper, out to second base. Carlos Menchaca handles that with ease. He doesn't add to the strikeout total, but he has a 1-2-3 inning, helped by some stellar defense from shortstop Jesus Cardona. Omma Tigres, a 5-1 lead through 5 completes. Coming back up, trying to add to that lead. Alejandro Garcia, pinch hitter for the Omma Tigres, hitting for Ernesto Sanchez. He's giving the catcher a break, I guess. Good pitch from Randerson, down and in for a strike. High hopper on the infield. Sebastian comes down with it. The underhand feed to Whetstone at first. Garcia retired 4-3. That had some altitude on it, Joe, on
yes,
the bounce. On
considering it hit the ground and then sprung up.
Miguel Leyva, the center fielder. Leyva was hit by the pitch in the fourth by Randerson. Promptly stole second, came around to score. Fouls that straight back to the screen.
Just missed that off the bat.
And a changeup from Randerson. Well, he's dialed it in, Joe. He's throwing it more frequently this inning.
It's his 4 strikeouts since he come in the game.
That's what I got. They haven't been able to figure this guy out at all. Joe reached on the error in the first, doubled in the third, doubled in the fourth, picked up an RBI. He scored 3 of the 5 runs for the Tigres. I don't know what else you can ask a leadoff batter to do. Outstanding night for the Tigres at the plate in the leadoff spot. Carlos Menchaca.
Very tight batting stance.
Fouls that one straight back to the screen, and still got Joe with the hands apart. That's his natural stance. Certainly gets the bat through the zone well.
A lot of power. We thought he was just going to slap the ball, but twice he slapped it to the fence.
Yeah, exactly. Swings and misses at this one. Upstairs, Ty Randerson picks out his 5th strikeout of the relief appearance. Another 1-2-3 inning. Things have settled down for Rando here on the defensive side. They've got to find some offense here against Rio Koyama, who's been doing a great job for the Omma Tigres. They still lead 5-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Toronto Batmen coming back up to the plate.
Does your game need work? Want to get better every game? every at-bat? You need Lumberjack Sports, focusing on exceptional quality and providing players with reliable, long-lasting product. Lumberjack Sports brings you in-game equipment and off-field workout gear, designed and tested by top fastball player Nick Shales. Hard work, strength, and all-around commitment to getting the job done, and done right, is the motto for Lumberjack Sports.
We have a pinch hitter for the Toronto Batman now at the plate. Cody Skelton coming off the bench, batting for Zach Berg. Very tough coming off the bench to face this kind of pitcher. It's just you saw an array of pitches all night. Done a great job with the sequencing of pitches. Just missing on that outside corner of the plate, Omma. Good play.
There is not a showman bone in the body at all of Kazuya Toriyama, is there?
Great play by the...
Oh, and look at this, a tip of the cap and everything. Wow, what a great guy this kid is.
Watch the replay here. This will be fun to watch. Good hustle over to that bag, sliding in.
He does, but then it was the showmanship afterwards because he fell over backwards.
The backflip.
Yeah, yeah, and got up, tipped his cap to the crowd, and he reminds me a lot of Rafa Flores too, who is always animated.
Got a little grin on his face.
So Mason McKay at the plate for Toronto with one down. To Hopper out to third. Junior Flores and dropped over there. And owning up to it, Toriyama. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Winning fans all over the place is Kazuya Toriyama. He just bowed.
Apology to the second baseman.
Yeah, he has bowed to half the infield now. That's the first base runner since the second, and Ike was circling the bases.
Yes. He hasn't had a strikeout since the fourth inning, which is good for the Batman. At least they're getting some contact with that pitch.
Well, and interesting, you get a big fly here, you're right back in it. But that looks like it could be two, and is Ryo Koyama to Jesus Cardona to Kazuya Toriyama, and that equals double play. Omma Tigres. A little comedy relief there in the bottom of the sixth inning. 5-1 lead intact.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
So, Joe, it's that time of game where the coaches like to empty the benches and keep us on our toes to see who's pinch hitting. Jonathan Cardona is going to step in for David Diaz. Top of the 7th inning. 5-1 lead for the Omma Tigres, looking to add to it. Bunt, underhand, long toss from Tyler Randerson from 48 feet away. Let's try an underhand toss.
Yeah, I just don't like that play.
Well, you know what? He didn't wind up and throw it windmill like Greg Garrity used to do.
You're just not sure if it was going to be a knuckleball or a rise ball, or you knew it was going to have some pepper on it.
Yes. Zip one your way. Keito Mazaki, 1 for 3 on the evening. Ground out, fly out, and a slash single. Oh, and 2 to the 3 batter. Chases upstairs, and 6th strikeout of the evening for Ty Randerson. 2 quick outs, and Kazuya Toriyama to the plate. And what does he have in store for us this at bat? Worth the price of admission, Joe.
Fun to watch.
Upstairs, and having a long look out at Tyler Randerson.
Tyler just turned his back.
Ty just took the ball and walked backwards, yeah. Swing and a miss at the changeup.
Great pitch. Great call, Derek. He was looking for some heat and got his hands and body all tied up.
Two and one the count, and in for a strike, floats the changeup in to run it to 2-2. And again with the change, Toriyama swings through it. Ty Randerson, pretty good in relief tonight, Joe Todd.
Very good job coming off the bench.
Another 1-2-3 inning, third straight for Ty Randerson, but it's last call for the Toronto Batmen. Need to send out the bat signal to find the bats against Rio Koyama.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
To the bottom of the seventh, Andy Skelton, Corey Way, Denny Benson, your scheduled batters. And boy, none of these guys have been able to figure out Rio Koyama at all, Joe.
Not at all. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Two hopper out to short. Easy flip for Jesus Cardona. One pitch, one out.
But he's mixed his speed so well, Blair. He's mixed his locations well.
Oh, I've been really impressed. I've seen him throw a bunch of games 8 years ago, and until Saturday night, hadn't seen him since in person. You got to see him in Prague a couple of years back. He is looking very, very impressive. Well, broadcaster's curse.
Yep.
Corey Way immediately smashes one right back up the middle. That is only the second hit for the Batmen here this evening.
But he's pinpoint on the locations. That's why I'm so, like, Sanchez is setting up that mitt, and he's hitting it within 2 inches. Glove is hardly moving once Sanchez sets.
Denny Benson chops this one foul. Toriyama trying to sell that wasn't foul by 3 feet, but nobody buying. Inside to Denny Benson, just moves him off the plate a little bit. Foul straight back to the screen.
Danny Benson's trying to figure him out. Got a foul ball off that time.
Just the easy toss to first. It's all about running them out of outs at this point. You don't need to try and force two. He thought about it, but then realized, no, I'll just take the out at first.
Yeah. That runner doesn't really mean a lot.
No. So Ike Whetstone robbed by Jesus Cardona his most recent plate appearance in the fifth, and we all know what he did back in the second inning. He's the only guy that's had good swings, really, against Rio Koyama here tonight. kept the hands back, and it's a good swing. Just fouled it off at the plate, but he's gone up there, Joe, with the right approach.
Yes. You just want to try and get contact, but when he did get that contact back in that second inning, he had full barrel.
Inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rio Koyama trying to put the finishing strokes on a masterpiece here tonight for the Omma Tigres. Two hopper out to third. Flores to first for the final out. That's the ball game. A tidy 2-hitter from Rio Koyama. He got 10 strikeouts through the first 4 innings and then just decided to collect some ground balls and let his defense in on the game. A very impressive 5-1 win for the Omma Tigres. A complete dominating win.
No walks, just a perfect, unblemished game for Koyama.
We got one more to bring you here on Monday, day 3 of the 2024 ISC World Tournament. JB and Kegel Black Knights. That one coming up shortly. Stay with us on the ISC Network. Thank you, Luciano, Joe Todd, Peter Labardias, Carol Doreste, and you at home for joining us.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now, softballpremiertv.com.